not involved, move along, please. Take the mic, let's go. Come on.
I did see a couple open containers. I think people should be able to drink in public, but it is against the law, so I guess that's reason enough for these guys to pull over, right? Why can't people drink in public? That makes no sense to me. You should be able to drink wherever you want. You know, I went to go grab a coffee this morning, and we see a lot of this now in Bakersfield. We didn't used to see this a lot back in the day. And I got to thinking, like, what is the solution, man? How do you help people? What could the government do to help people? I mean, we obviously know the government's only here to help government, but what could the government do to actually help people, right? I've seen instances where people make small houses for the homeless people, and then the next thing you know, government comes and destroys those houses. It's like, even if people have a great idea and come up with some kind of solution, it seems like the government wants to stop it. And that makes absolutely no sense to me, man. What could be done to help people that are in this type of situation? Now, I understand that since the whole year 2000, the whole COVID shit happened, we've seen a lot of this than ever before. A lot of people lost their businesses, jobs. I understand that there's, people hurting out there, but I definitely know that there's people out there that don't give a shit. They're like, I like this lifestyle, There was one video I saw where the guy pulled up and he was recording the guy sitting down, and he was like, hey, you're blocking the sidewalk. He's like, no, I'm not. And then he's like, you don't want to get a home and stuff like that? Or I forgot what he told him, but he was like, nah, I like being out here in the sun and I like living like this. And I was like, damn.
Why are you flipping me off, bro?
Why are you taking my picture, bro?
Because there should be housing for you.
I don't want housing.
Then, so what do you want? Just to sit here then?
Yeah.
You should want better for yourself.
I like it like this.
There should be some kind of way, though, to help people that actually do need help, though, that want the help. And I hate seeing people down and out. I will say this, guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was down and out before. I did couch surfing and shit. I had friends be like, damn, here comes David again with his fucking backpack. My own friends making fun of me and shit, right? I've been down and out before, so I know what it's like. I wish there was something that I could do to help. I know I'm busy recording police all the time, but there are some things that I look at and I say to myself, like, wow, man, like, wish there was something I could do. Thank you guys all for tuning in. There's another cop over there. The cop in the driver's seat, he's already seen me several times before. I don't think he needs to call backup for me. Guys, hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet. I don't make the laws, man. I only document the interactions. So I did a records request here in Bakersfield, and I asked for the last 5 officer complaints, police reports, and body cam footage of the last 5 complaints that were made on an officer, and they haven't responded, guys. I asked for some other body cam footage from Bakersfield Police Department, and they haven't responded. We're not gonna give him what he asked for, even though it's his right to ask for it. This definitely is job security for police, though. I'll tell you that much. Hire more cops to go after people that are down and out. Guarantee there's like some real hardened criminals out there that these cops don't want to go after. Yeah, they go after soft targets, man. Hell yeah, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I like when people tell me, like, get off your ass and stop sharing videos. Get back out there out on the streets. I get out there when I want. And when I want, I get out there. I've always done what I wanted, guys, with my channel. I take constructive criticism, but I don't take orders. Advice on starting a channel: equipment. Just use your phones for now. Start off by just using your phone. If you see a cop, get off. And, if you're afraid, you're scared, you're jittery, then start recording from a distance. As you get more comfortable along the way, you'll inch your way in closer. I usually try to strike up a conversation so that I can find out more about, like, for instance, this guy right here. He doesn't look like a cop. I don't know what agency he works for. I wanted to ask him. Yeah, I don't believe cops should be allowed to take their gun with them up to, like, misdemeanors or traffic infractions. I don't believe that cops should actually have a gun on them unless there's, like, an active crime. You know what I mean? Like, I believe that the people should be heavily armed. I do believe in the Second Amendment. I do believe in open carry nationwide. That's freedom, folks. Cops want to take your guns away and call themselves heroes, but then they're late to the scene. Look what happened in Uvalde, Texas. That should be the example America set for why you shouldn't take people's guns away, why you shouldn't give the power to the police. How you guys doing today? I think they ignored me. Hey, mind if I ask you a quick question? Excuse me. Excuse me.
He doesn't work for the city, so just leave him alone.
You mind if I ask what agency you work for? Excuse me. Are you mute, sir? Look at this guy. His name's Edward. Bakersfield Behavioral Health Recovery. His name's Edward, guys. He's mute. He doesn't want to talk to the people, guys. Look at, he wants tax dollars, but he doesn't want to talk to the people. What a shame, guys. Look at that guy. Look at this guy. Wow. The disdain that they have for the people just asking questions, guys. Hey, is there any reason you went silent when I just asked you a simple question? Is this how you treat the people of Bakersfield, Edward? I'll go into your office and find out more about you and see why you have an attitude like that. I just asked a couple simple questions. The people do have a right to know who's riding around in their police cars, you know what I mean? This just shows exactly why people shouldn't trust government. All you care about is a little paycheck. You don't care about the people, huh? Did you know that you're a welfare recipient? You're no better than anybody, man, just so you know. This is why sometimes we advocate for certain things, like, you know, we should get people with mental health and stuff like that to get out there and deal with these situations. But this is what you get, guys. We advocate for people to come out here instead of police to come out here with mental health. He's yawning, guys. He's tired because he didn't have a good night's sleep. It's early in the morning out here still, guys. And look at this guy. Edward L. Reimer. Yes. Edward L. Reimer, is that your name? We're going to find out more about you just because of your attitude. You could have easily answered a simple question, man. You see, people don't mess around out here. I don't believe that you're actually out here trying to help the people, because clearly it shows your disdain for the people. $122,000 a year is what you make? $122,000 for what? For what? We could be using that money to house people, to help them. They give it to like this guy right here. You guys just throw everything in the trash, bro?
No, we seize it.
You seize it?
Yeah, all the tangible items we seize.
Okay.
So like clothing, tents, suitcases, sleeping bags, and then obviously there's usually a bunch of trash, so we'll dispose of the trash.
Okay, so does the guy have the opportunity to get some of that stuff back when he gets out, or?
Yeah, so
okay.
we leave we'll leave a pink form. It's a
Okay.
receipt with the officer.
Uh-huh.
So that'll go with his personal items when he goes to the jail.
Perfect.
So when he's released, he'll get that.
All right.
And then he comes down to our office at 1715 Chester, and they can reclaim the property.
Oh, I appreciate that,
Yep.
man.
Yeah, no problem.
Mind if I get your name, badge number right quick?
It's Officer Sanchez, badge 65.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks
See,
for
guys,
code enforcement.
this is what professionalism is all about, guys. Thank you, man. See, guys, that's what professionalism is all about. Ask us simple questions. He gave an amazing answer. I was worried about the guy's stuff going into the trash. He said no, that they seize everything. They keep tangible items. He gets the opportunity to get his stuff back when he gets out. It goes into a pink slip. They put it into his property. That is something that this fool right here could have answered, but he decided not to. Hey, I know I've spoken to you before. Mind if I get your name, badge number right quick?
Perkins, 1086.
I appreciate it. Yeah, Perkins 1086 wasn't too happy about me being here, but he knew he had to identify. Edward L. Reimer's in there crying to him. Unbelievable, guys.
Like, as you can see, there's like 8 bags of just cans.
Right,
So
right.
that's all trash. So we're not going to seize that. But sleeping bags and stuff like that, we'll take.
Word.
So like, there's an example. See, it's just junk, it's just trash.
Right,
So what we do, try to take what we think is actually valuable.
right.
You know, we use common sense, tangible stuff, and the rest we just toss.
Perfect. Man, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
I'm not out to be an asshole or anything. I'm
Right,
just
right. You can
trying
tell,
to
man.
do my job, right?
You can tell, yeah. I can tell.
Thanks.
Yeah. That right there, folks, is how it's done. Answered a few questions. Very respectful. He wasn't a douchebag or nothing. Like Edward L. Reimer over here. Oh, look at the cops recording me. He thinks I'm a celebrity. Hey, Sanchez, how long you been working for Bakersfield, man?
So I've been with the city since January. I actually came from the county. I was a probation officer over there.
All right.
So I was with probation for about 4 years.
All right.
So I've switched over to the city. It's a little bit of a change of pace. It's not too bad.
With your attitude, man, I hope you move up in ranks quick.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I thank you, man.
And as you can see, so we get their stuff, we put it in the tote, we take a picture of the stuff in there, we take a picture of the front because there's a serial number on each tote, and then we tag it and we take pictures of the tags, and then all the property that we seize, we store it out at the BLNC over off of Brundage, and then so he'll take his paperwork down to our office, and then our guys here, they'll go pick that up and bring it to him.
Thanks.
And that's essentially the process. Yeah.
Cool.
We're dealing with transients that are blocking the public right-of-way, usually in the street, on the sidewalk, on private property. So private properties, if there's a trespass letter, then it can be immediate removal. Otherwise, we'll post the campsite, and they'll usually typically have about 5 days. We'll put a notice there. We'll let them know what's going on. Hey, we're going to come back on this day for a cleanup. So please have your stuff packed up and be out of there. If they're not gone, then it's the same sort of process. We're like, hey, grab your stuff, gotta go, and then we're seizing tangible property and then disposing of trash.
I noticed that since the year 2000, we've had a lot more homeless people out here. Kind of the same situation as this man. Did that call for more code enforcement officers out here as well?
So when I actually interviewed, they said that they had grown like 400%. So our department, I believe, years back they had like 10 officers. Now we're about 30.
About 30 code
And
enforcement?
So we, this is rapid response. We've got 4 teams. It's likely we'll be expanding even more. They want to have a night crew and stuff like that. And it's all up in the air right now. But I mean, as the problem's not going away. It's like we kind of shuffle people around. We try hard to get them services, to try to get them to go with flood and stuff, but it's just they don't always want to go. A lot
Makes
of it
sense.
the freedom, because they have like a curfew and stuff over there. They're like, oh, you have to be back at 9 o'clock and stuff, and they don't like to have that time constraint, those rules.
So they just rather stay out.
A lot of them, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but I mean, after a while, you start dealing with the same people over and over, and you kind of get to know them a little bit. And like, oh, hey, what's going on, dude?
Word.
Oh yeah, I'm already packing up, and then so we're trying, but it's just more and more every week.
Do you see a solution for this in the future, or is it just going to get worse, you think?
What I would like to see, so they have a safe camping. That's what it's called. It's downtown, but it's very small. Imagine like this lot here. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying this specific area,
right.
But imagine if we had a lot that was like this size, and we're like, okay, you guys can come here, you can camp here, and then the county and city just get together and then bring people out every day and offer services out there.
Word.
You know what I mean? Like a spot where it says it's okay to camp. I got a buddy. He actually just retired from probation. He's up in Idaho, and he said that's what they did up there. He's like, when I moved to this new city, he's like, I didn't see homeless anywhere. And I'm like asking my neighbors and stuff, do you guys see them? And they're like, no, they've got them all out here.
Wow.
It's a safe place where it's designated where it's okay for them to be.
Man, maybe we can go to the city council meetings and start, advocating for that or something,
We just need a decent spot to where they're going to be safe, but then also it's not going to cause issues, with our businesses and residential areas and things like that. And then hopefully we can get more enticing services.
And it takes a great example like that of how we can do things here,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just see it getting worse.
So do I.
It's like you drive around and it's bad everywhere, and I never seen it like that before.
Back in 2008, you wouldn't see any homeless on the side of town.
Yeah. Right.
Speed it up 15 years later.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yep.
And you talk to a bunch of them, a lot of them from out of town.
Yeah.
Not even from here.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know how they get here.
Venice Beach, same thing. It's bad over there.
Yeah.
It's bad, but... Well, I appreciate you answering some questions, man. I had a few questions and you answered them. And,
okay.
It helps. You have an understanding.
Yeah, I believe in transparency, man.
Right, absolutely. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
No problem.
I'm going to ask your partner his name, badge number before you guys go. I didn't want to interrupt him.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's fine. I don't know how he'll want to respond, but I don't have any issue.
Well, you set a good example. Like sometimes I think this cop right here, I've encountered him before, and I think he told the guy in the passenger to shut down and not say anything, and I asked him a couple questions. He just ignored me, and it's like, but the people watching, because we're live right now, they're quick, man. They got his full name, they got his salary, they threw it out there. Yeah, it's like, all he had to do was answer,
He's a really cool dude. He is. But you got to understand, with policing, like I just came from probation, there's so much negativity, and everybody wants to judge you before they know you. So it's hard. It's hard. I miss the job, but there's so much liability, and people are going to misconstrue what you're doing. It's just not worth it.
Are you going to stay in code enforcement, or do you plan on going into out on patrol?
I'm going to stay on code enforcement for a while, and then maybe look at city planning or something. I don't know.
Dude, yeah.
I mean, running around on the street and everything is cool now, but can I do it 10 years from now?
Right.
So I'm looking for something that'll be good for longevity.
Someone like you who's has an open mind and not willing to engage in a conversation. We need you up there in city planning and stuff like that, We need people willing to engage conversation and give answers and not have an attitude, be afraid of the camera. You have what it takes, man. I really appreciate it. It's like a shitty situation what we're seeing out here in Bakersfield. And I think it takes somebody like you to do your best, And I appreciate that, man. I really do.
We all put in a little bit of effort, we can make the change.
Yeah, no doubt. No need to work against each other,
Absolutely.
Work together. Home. Yeah, it's our home. True. We got to share it. We got to coexist here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. I undoubtedly the people are going to appreciate you.
I hope so.
Undoubtedly.
I'm just a guy trying to do his job.
Yeah, man.
Trying to get somewhere in life.
Yep. Same here, man. Same here. I'm not anti-police, but I'm not pro-police just because either. I record, document, ask questions. And Bakersfield police used to always give me a hard time when I first started out. But a lot of them now, even the ones that gave me a hard time before, they just smirk and smile. They've seen themselves, you know, on my channel and stuff like that. But
Okay.
yeah, but for the most part, man, I like to have a conversation.
Yeah.
I like to find out things. You know, one of the patterns that I found out since I started recording was I just started asking cops if they knew the First Amendment of the Constitution. I ask every cop that I encounter if they know it.
Yeah.
Do you know it? The 5 points of it? And would you, if you didn't know the answer, would you make a good effort to find out that answer so that next time I see you?
Yeah. If it was something that I needed to know on a regular basis, then I would make the effort to retain it. Since I left probation, everything that I had to know, I've let it go out of my mind. I'm just learning this new job.
One of the patterns that I've uncovered was the fact that not very many cops know the 5 points of the First Amendment. And I think that is a problem because every cop is supposed to know that while they're out there, you know, and that basically mirrors our natural rights. We were born with natural rights. You know, government doesn't give us our rights. The Constitution doesn't give us our rights. The Constitution was written to limit the scope of authority of government. You know, and the 5 points of the 5 points of the First Amendment: freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and freedom to petition your government for redress of grievances. I believe if every cop actually knew that, instead of just swearing an oath, and I've challenged everybody to look for a video online of a cop who swore his oath, that he actually knows it. Every cop that you see is just somebody repeating something that somebody else is reading to them. I think that's a crying shame, man, and I think that might be a massive hoax perpetrated on the people to believe that cops are here to protect and serve. And I know you guys, like you're trying to do a great job, right? And I guarantee that you're going to know the 5 points next time we see it because you have an open mind. You know, you're willing to engage in conversation and stuff like that. But we're now seeing cops who are trying to learn it and know it out there. And I believe that if a cop knows people's natural rights, they won't cause the lawsuit. You know, you won't be a liability unless you're just an asshole. You know, you won't be a liability for the city and stuff like that. But yeah, man, like I said, I appreciate you. And I guarantee you, I'm pretty sure you're going to know it, you know, next time, the 5 points, First Amendment. You know, they're important.
I mean, dude, I used to go over all that stuff, but there's so much to retain between that and penal codes and everything else. And when I left my old job, I just let it go. I'm like, I need to start learning city municipal codes, state building codes, and then this whole side, because I was doing what we call regular code enforcement, where basically you're handling complaints and stuff, permitting issues, things like that. I did that for about the first 6 months, and now I've moved on to this, so it's a whole nother animal. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's hard to retain stuff. It is. See you guys. Thank you.
Well, man, I'll let you go. I know you're getting ready to get out of here, but
All right, thank you.
I appreciate you, man.
You have a good day.
Have a blessed day. You too.